And this week we had a student, I won't say her name, but she was amazing. Like I loved her. I really did. And she's got a soft spot in my heart. And the first time that she took the microphone this week, so she came in, she's dealing with some health issues. You could see that without ever talking to her. She's using a walker and she's very young. So she's not like 50, 60, 70 years old, but she's carrying weight like she is. And I don't mean physical weight, I mean mental weight, a burden of health. You can see it. She would share about how she's a stay-at-home mom and how she's really struggling in this new capacity. And she feels sometimes like she's maybe trapped or not fulfilling her purpose. And as class went on, we came to realize that she was a connector and that, connectors have their social structure is at the forefront of their value system. And that what was happening with her is that where relationships were a primary value, relationships were a primary love language to her, a primary mode of fulfillment for her. She had accidentally isolated herself. It wasn't her spouse's fault, right? Like she just accidentally fell into this pattern where these external social relationships are no longer present. And she got a deep knowledge of the 5 voices and everything that we do here in Giant and in the military Sherpa certification program. And over the course of the week, by the time that it was time for her to give her final feedback, and she stood up and she said what pattern she wanted to change and what pattern she wanted to start and stop, etc. And to paraphrase her, she said, this was life-changing, as all students say, by the way. This changed my life. I have hope again for the first time in a very long time. I want to do this for the rest of my life. And it was touching. It's very touching. And I was very proud of the impact that we had on her life. Like I'll say that. Let's put that in no uncertain terms. Very proud of the impact that we had on her life and more proud of her. Because here she is a spouse and she put herself out there. And she came to a class that wasn't mandatory. Nobody paid for her to show up. She just showed up seeking something. She doesn't know what that something is. She just showed up. In just 3 days, her whole world is upended and transformed. And her results, like your results may vary, right? Results are not typical, but truly like these results are typical. If I was making a billboard, I wouldn't put up there results are not typical. Like these results are typical. Non-DoD spouse can attend for free. And this spouse that I'm talking about, her transformation wouldn't have been possible if she didn't snag one of those free seats. And imagine her husband when she goes home and she's sharing all week and she's happier, healthier, and more engaged than she's been in years, all because she volunteered to come to a class. It's insane. Mark at marktelscher.com. Excited to be back in the podcast seat with you again. And man, 2023 is going to be so amazing. There's a lot to come. Unfortunately, I don't have time to cover it all on today's podcast. So I'll talk to y'all soon. See you in a bit.